Welcome back, MCL here, June 3rd, Wednesday, 2020. The markets had a massive day today. Everything was up. Dow 500, over 500. NASDAQ was up 74, over 74, S&P over 42. The NASDAQ went up the least compared to the Dow that went up the most. Dow went up 2%. S&P was up almost 1.5%. The NASDAQ is lagging now. We're not surprised because the NASDAQ led the rally up for weeks and weeks, even months. So now the Nasdaq's taking a little bit more of a step back and letting the S&P and the Dow sort of catch up, which is very normal, very expected. The VIX was down nicely, almost 4.5%. At one point, it was even lower. We like when the VIX gets hit. 10-year Treasury had a massive run today, really big run. So that's a positive indicator. Oil was fluctuating a lot today, so it wasn't part of the. Oil was, I think, up at one point, down. I don't even remember how it closed right now already. It's the futures. It's already 8:04 at night. So by now already oil is down right now, which leads me to the next point. Copper right now in the futures is down, although it was up today. It's down about 0.32%. Oil's down about 1%. 10-year Treasury is down right now, not too much, but 0.0009. So the internals that we like to look at are actually a little bit negative, but the market futures, Dow's up 96, S&P's up 6.25, and Nasdaq's up 16. Gives me sort of poise to just look at it the way it is and go, market right now is holding its own. The internals are not exciting. I do believe the market will not stay this elevated if the internals keeping negative. Russell 2000 was up a lot today. In fact, it was even up more than 2%, more than the Dow. Right now, it's too early to tell what it's doing. So we're 8 o'clock in the evening, 8:05. We have about 13 plus hours till tomorrow's open. I just wanted to summarize it. The market's on a tear. We're in a bull run. However, S&P and the NASDAQ were up 4 days in a row. Dow was up 3 days in a row, almost 4, because Friday was like barely down. So really, there's room to believe that the market could pause or will pause. But you want to stay long. You want to hold. We're in a holding situation. I wouldn't add more money right now. I wouldn't sell. I would just hold and kind of see how the market works itself out till it continues running. My main indicator I like to look at is the VXX. It went down nicely today. It broke 31 at one point. Now it's at 31.09. It has potential to go all the way down to 26 in the next few weeks, or a little more than that, which is about 17% lower, which means the market has more running room, because when the volatility is down, the market tends to go up. So let's just stay tuned. Let's stay tuned. Again, if tomorrow things fluctuate, open funny, close funny, I won't be surprised, because the market's been up 4 days in a row for the most part. The volatility has only been down 2 days in a row. So there's a possibility the volatility will keep going lower and have sort of its own story, regardless of what the market does. So for the market's futures are strong. The internals are not, so there's going to be some sort of fluctuation, and by tomorrow's open, we'll have to see what's going to win. The internals will win, or the market desire to keep going up will win. Okay, but in any event, we don't want to start shorting. We don't want to sell. We don't want to do anything radical. We want to run this thing out as long as it goes, stay focused, and I believe we have a few more weeks at least of this, if not more. And the VXX, which is right now at 31, when it goes to 26, I would reconsider my position of longing so strongly, and it could be at that point we'll start considering maybe buying volatility, buying the TVIX, and betting the market will actually take a breather. We are up about 9-10 weeks in a row. 9-10 weeks. This market's been up a lot. It had a few weeks in between that it ended lower for the week, but for the most part, the market's been up a lot. So we have more running room, but it makes sense that after 4 days in a row for the S&P and for the NASDAQ, we might get some sort of pause, some sort of fluctuation, some sort of crazy behavior, but stay long, stay focused, and let's see how it plays itself out. Till tomorrow morning, have a good night.